Hello and welcome to the latest video, teaching video from Bartholomew. This one, tip 22, is called failure grid, although you may wish to use a different word to the word failure when using it with the kids. So for this you will just need a PowerPoint, although you could add some various PLC type things or kind of grids to get them to think about things afterwards. So this comes out of my desire to try and get the students to think a little bit more carefully about why they might not have done very well on a task, whether that's a homework or a test or a trial exam or something like that. So rather than just sort of moan that life's not unfair or say I tried really hard and not really address what's going on with it, I wanted them to break down the reasons why sometimes things don't go as well as you would like them to. So I started looking at industry, where they're a bit more brutal about these sorts of things really, and they come up with a spectrum for reasons for failure. So as you can see, we have some pretty full-on reasons like deviance and inattention and lack of ability, but then down the bottom we have some reasons which we might be a little bit more favourable about. So uncertainty, that you were testing a hypothesis or you were doing something exploratory, so it was quite likely you were going to make a mistake because you were doing something for the first time or taking some risks. And industry splits this into blameworthy reasons, like you weren't paying attention or you didn't, for us it would be you didn't revise or prepare, I suppose. And then praiseworthy reasons, so that if you were uncertain about it but you had a go, or you were testing something out for the first time and taking risks, then you deserve praise for that failure. And that making the students realise that it's a good thing sometimes to fail. You learn a lot from it if it's for the right reasons. So based on that, I tried to break down reasons why my students might not have done as well as they would have liked to have done. And these were the sorts of reasons I came up with. So they just ignored it or didn't do the homework, or it could be it's the first time they've done it or they tried something new. So a kind of more student orientated version of what I just showed you from industry. And then I can start to talk to them about how failures on not doing as well as you'd like to do don't have the same value, that they tend to see doing badly as well. I just did badly and that's that. Actually, there's different ways of doing badly. Those ones in red and those ones in yellow are quite different. The red ones, really, they're to blame for that and they need to do something different. The yellow ones, they probably deserve either help or praise for those things being the reasons why they didn't get the mark they would like to have done. So we're back to really blameworthy and praiseworthy. So from that, I can ask them, what should you do about it? Because they're all really to do with you. And then how can I help you get better at those things? At that point, I might take it on and do something that's a bit more specific to my subject in terms of the lists of skills or the lists of where you could revise or ideas about doing flashcards or whatever it is to what that help might be, or even what they could have done about it. But I found this is a good way of making them think about responsibility and also not just close off when they got something wrong or they didn't do as well as they wanted to, but really engage with the fact that it could be quite a positive thing that they didn't get the mark they want to get at the end of the process. So that's the end of this tip. I hope you found it useful.